everyone. Today, I, Ayan Azad, will be reciting the poem Teachers by Beverl L. Edmonds. It is dedicated to all teachers. Teachers proudly stand in front of the class with knowledge and influence en masse, igniting a flame in curious minds proficiently as the lessons unwind, teaching a calling that burns deep inside to instruct thirsty, inquisitive minds, installing passion that leads to success, inspiring pupils to give of their best, encouraging scholars' creative gifts, praising, applauding, whatever it is. Those who are taught well live well, get ahead. Blessed are the teachers, it has to be said. It doesn't go unnoticed, the work involved, developing great people to evolve. All humble, nurturing teachers out there, thank you all for your compassionate care. Those who go on to find their hopes and dreams, remember the teachers who cast the beams. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Ayan Azad and today I will be reciting the poem Let Us Be Kind by W. Lomax Childress. Let us be kind. The way is long and lonely, and human hearts are asking for this blessing only, that we be kind. We may not know the grief that men may borrow, we cannot see the soul's storms wet by sorrow, but love can shine upon the way. Today, tomorrow. Let us be kind. Let us be kind. This is a wealth that has no measure. Of heaven and earth, its highest treasure. Let us be kind. A tender word, a smile of love in meeting, a song of hope and victory to those retreating. A glimpse of God and brotherhood while life is fleeting. Let us be kind. Let us be kind. Around the world, the tears of time are falling, and for the loved and lost, these human hearts are calling. Let us be kind. To age and youth, let these gracious words be spoken. Upon the wheel of pain, where so many lives are broken, we live in vain, who give no tender token. Let us be kind. Thank you.
Greetings, my name is Adrian Tito and I am performing the 1169 remake. You'll want a railway story while you wait for the London train. It's a story I haven't told yet, so I'll tell it to you again. I was only a guard at that time, sir, on the London and Smasham line, but I shan't forget the mishap to the 1169. 'Twas a terrible foggy night, sir, and the day I shan't forget. The fog was kind of a Scotch mist, sir, and the train was somehow wet. When all of a sudden I heard, sir, the sound of a mighty crash. I busied myself with the engine and helped myself to their cash. For the coaches were all in a heap, sir, though why I cannot tell. The passengers lying all around us were none of them looking well. They slept their last sleeps on their sleepers. We could hear the sleepers snore. It's a sight I have never seen and I shall never see before. For the night was a massive hat, sir, and blouses all over the place, which one of the passengers' noses was in the middle of their face. I saw a sweet young lady in a mashed potato state, and her final words were, "Doctor, is my hat on straight?" We stumbled across the driver and I thought he was dead, for his body and legs were missing and we couldn't find his head. We placed the engine back on the line, but here's a late train early, the 1169. Thank you.
Cage with Wings by Maya Angelou. A free bird leaps on the back of the wind and floats downstream till the current end and dips his wing in the orange sun rays and dips the clear sky. But a bird that stalks down his narrow cage can seldom see through his bars of rage. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied. He opens his throat to sing. The caged bird sings with a fearful trill of things unknown, but longed for still, and his tune is heard on the distant hill. For the caged bird sings of freedom. The free bird thinks of another breeze, on the trade winds soft through the sighting trees, and the fat worms waiting on a dawn-bright lawn, and he names the sky his own. But a caged bird stands on the grave of dreams, his shadow shouts on a nightmare scream. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. Caged bird sings with fearful trill of things unknown, but long to still, and his tune is heard on the distant hill. For the caged bird sings of freedom.
Wait to one more dreary day, an empty heart with empty hours to kill. Remember, brighter skies are on their way. A breath of air can blow the clouds away. Thoughts like clouds can drift aloft at will if you will wait to one more dreary day. If some stubborn cloud should decide to stay, their shadows causing something of a chill, remember brighter skies are on their way. Search out to all memories, you'll find that they uplift your spirits up and linger still if you will wait to one more dreary day. Memories like sunshine do not stay at bay. Their warmth and love your empty heart will fill. Remember, brighter skies are on their way. Sunny days arrive with a great hooray, with further magic moments to instill if you will wait to one more dreary day. Remember, brighter skies are on their way.
Wealth and want. How often the poor are despised and neglected for no other reason except they are poor. How often the rich are beloved and respected because they have uncounted wealth at their door. There's many an honest and virtuous heart today within poverty's prison enchained, while thousands reside amid pleasures of art, whose wealth through vice and dishonesty gained. Despise not the needy because they are poor, nor envy the wealthy because of their gold. Good or ill fortune may stand at our door, but true hearts are not to be purchased or sold.
Hello everyone, my name is Adi Basak from MYP 3C and today I will be reciting a poem called I'll Stretch It a Little by Anonymous. The wintry blast was fierce and cold and Lassie's coat was thin and old. Her little brother by her side shivered and pitifully cried. Come underneath my coat, said she, and see how snug and warm you'll be. The brother answered, nothing loath, but is it big enough for both? Yes, said the girl with cheery wit, I'll stretch it out a little bit. Ah, brothers, sisters, where the mind is bent upon an action kind. What though the means are sparely spun and hardly seem to serve for one? Stretch them with love and straightway you will find them amply wide for two. Thank you.
Season of Love. One early morning, lifting the dark misty veil of the night, from the pillow of bliss at a mountain peak at every sight, the sun rose and saw. It is the season of love in Heart's Valley, in the spring of the bee's alley. Countless flowers of past memories that are spreading fragrance whispered to the dove. There is nothing more divine than our divine love. Unspoken, unheard yearnings. half asleep, half awake, like the waves coming in complete joy from a lake. Life is flowing. Dreaming about you feels like every moment is a new one. Yes, the same life has yet again begun. I'm here, still embracing your love from far, with the same undone desire. Feels like as if our distant self is sinking the choir. And it has this feeling that our love is growing like a blossom this spring, with the butterflies swinging in life's beautiful swing. They are moving ahead and saying that it is the season of love in Heart's Valley, in the spring of the bee's alley. Countless flowers of past memories that are spreading sweet fragrance, whisper to the dove, there is nothing more divine than our divine love.
My India by Swami Yogananda Paramhans. My India, better than heaven or Arcadia. I love thee, O my India, and thy love I shall give to every brother nation that lives. God made the earth, man made confining countries, and their fancy frozen boundaries. But with unfound, boundless love, I behold the borderland of my India, expanding into the world. Hail, mother of religions, lotus, scenic beauty, and sages. Thy wide doors are open, welcoming God's true sons through all ages. Where Ganges, woods, Himalayan caves, and men dream God, I am hallowed, my body touch that sod.
My mother kept a garden of the heart. She planted all the good things that gave my life its start. She turned me to the sunshine and encouraged me to dream, frosting and nurturing the seed of self-esteem. When the winds and rain came, she protected me enough, but not too much because she knew I need to stand up strong and tough. Her constant good example always taught me right from wrong, Marker's pathway that will last lifetime long. I am my mother's garden. I am her legacy, and I hope she feels the love reflected back from me. Thank you.
Quit by their wordwords. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging upon seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the depths are high, and you want to smile, but you have to sigh. When care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is its square with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns, and many a failure turn about when they might have won, and they stuck it out. Don't give up, though the pace seems slow. You may succeed with another blow. Often the struggler has given up, and he might have captured the victor's cup, and he learned too late when the night came down how close he was to the golden crown. Success, a failure turned inside out. It is the silver tint of clouds of doubt, and you can never tell how close you are. It may seem near when it seems so far. Don't give up when you're hardest hit. It's when things seem worst that you mustn't quit. Thank you.
The world is not what it was. Filled with purity, love, respect, everything resembled a Mother Earth. Years after years, we are losing our image of being human. Days are full of surprises. People being judged by the color and race, not by character. Killing of innocence, ignorance of others' suffering. Everything now is not genuine. Ego, did you ever feel it? Love, is it pure? Humanity, is it what we lack in? Pretend, not as human, through clothing. Be real through humanity.
Make humanity our religion.
Hi, I'm Sanvi, and today I'm going to be doing a small poem, kind of like a letter to my past self kind of format, which I like to call Never Let Go. So I hope you enjoy. Dear past self, I remember you were so carefree, ready to jump off anything before a heartbeat. Remember how cute you looked while mom dressed you. Big bows, clips, nails, and whatnot. I left most of that on the dresser. Thank God. It isn't exactly how we wanted. I like to believe it's not our fault. Like you dreaded homework, that's most of what I do now. You know you're stubborn, passionate, but sometimes you leave yourself to drown. But it doesn't take you that long to stand above and stand your ground. Although everything isn't as we liked, remembering you gives me hope. I find myself looking at your crazy face selfies, cringeworthy but help me cope. I want you to know, people will always come and go, no matter your heart, care, or soul. Just promise me you'll hold your own hand and never say never. Go through all of life's endeavors. Never let anyone pull you down. How else will you keep your cute dimples? But please just quit that snarky frown. As long as you've got yourself, have hope. There isn't one thing from which you won't cope. Yeah, you're still pretty Betty, especially with those pink bows. But me and you, hand in hand forever, and never let go. Thank you.
Everyone is Worthwhile by Julie Hubbard. Life is for the go-getters, the ones who change the world. But never forget the few of us that work till the tides are hurled. We are not known across the globe or have a hefty pay. We may not even have a car, but we do our part each day. We make a contribution to the world and all who live. And although our jobs may not seem that significant, we still work hard, smile, and give. We are the people who serve you, the gas attendant, the gardener, or the cashier. We are also hidden behind the scenes, wishing that we could appear. We are often overlooked, not even given a smile. And next time we are in a quick errand, remember, respect and everyone is worthwhile. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Simran Pare and I will be performing a poem called Hear Ye, written by me. So let's start. Hear ye, a story for a bird as perfect as can be. One beyond his golden cage couldn't see, more than a trade he couldn't be. So gather round, come and listen to a tale of a bird so bright, a bird that reached great height, a bird feather light, a bird pure white. A bird he couldn't escape with all his might. Away from his kin, trapped within, there he stood, a cage wherein he didn't know where to begin, his calm burned thin. The sky rained blue, and a faraway rue. He could escape, he knew, but maybe that wasn't true. So his hope shined through, even his answers were far due. Now there he stood in a world so new. To give was a foreign phrase, yet something to help wasn't in gaze. Unaware of how long he had, minutes, days, everything looked like a twisted maze. But he knew hope he must keep, even though his problems were a heap. He knew he mustn't weep, even though life felt like a giant leap. I still don't know how it went so. Whether he lost his glow, whether he met a friend or foe. What did he undergo? What became his woe? I still don't know. But a cheerful face he wore because he knew in his core to not give up anymore, to stand strong no matter what you're in for, to never deplore, to stay glee and more. So, hear ye, a story for a bird as hopeful as can be, one and beyond his golden cage could see more than a trade he could be. Thank you.
Everyone, today I'll be reciting the poem A Teacher for All Seasons by Jonah Futches. A teacher is like spring, who nurtures young green sprouts, encourages and leads them whenever they have doubts. A teacher is like summer, whose sunny temperament makes studying a pleasure, preventing discontent. A teacher is like fall, with methods crisp and clear, lessons on bright colors and happy atmosphere. A teacher is like winter, while it's snowing hard outside, keeping students comfortable like a warm and helpful guide. Teacher, you do all these things with a pleasant attitude. You're a teacher for all seasons and you always have my gratitude. Thank you.
Your family loves you a great deal. Super happy they will make you feel. Your family is really fun to be around. They'll joke around and make a funny sound. With your family, you could play every single sunny day. I'm sure they are a lot of fun in the park when you guys run. Just remember one more thing. With your family, you could sing. Oops, one more thing I must remind. Love them dearly and be kind. Thank you.
Respect by Tamara Spedlin. Respect can be shown by doing small things. We all can appreciate the comfort difference. Giving it something only you can decide. What gets in the way is something called pride. People forget others have feeling. Being rude and insensitive in their own dealing. Choosing gossip over communication. Hurting others with their fabrication. The bullying that we see in school in adulthood makes us look like fools. This is not the way things should be. Instead, we could offer courtesy. Our differences need not to lead to yelling. The way we handle ourselves is quite telling. Do we have what it takes to put others first? Or are we just going to quench our own thirst? A thirst for having things our own way can prevent making someone else's day. Should respect be given only when it is deserved, or should we focus on the peace preserved? Thank you.
Respect is a consideration for others. Remember, we are all brother and sister. Respect is putting other ahead of ourselves, thinking less of me and myself. Respect is being polite in our speaking and what we write. Respect is showing manners that are good and loving other in our neighborhood. Respect is a compassion for all, whether they are rich or poor, big or small. Respect is kindness that is shown and get happily without a groan. Respect is demonstrating dignity for those, even for those that might impose. Respect is being courteous too. It is how you live and what to do. Thank you.
What Has Happened to Lulu by Charles Cossley. What has happened to Lulu? Mother, what has happened to Lulu? There's nothing on her bed but an old rag doll and by its side a shoe. Why is the window wide, Mother, the curtain flapping free, and only a circle on the dusty shelf where her money box used to be? Why do you turn your head, Mother, and why do teardrops fall? Why did you crumple that note on fire and say it's nothing at all? I woke to voices late last night. I heard an engine roar. Why do you tell me the thing I heard was a dream and nothing more? I heard somebody cry, Mother, in anger or in pain. But now I ask you why, Mother, you say it was just a gust of rain. You wonder about us though you don't know what to do. What has happened to Lulu? Mother, what has happened to Lulu?
That man is my brother, but I don't know his name. What we share in common is we both bleed the same. I am not superior in my humanity just because my brother doesn't look like me.
Why is it we demonize the people that we see, who are a little different from folks like you and me? Because their views are opposite from the ones we have doesn't automatically make their views all bad.
That woman is my sister, in case you are in doubt. She wears her head covered and I wear my hair out. Though she worships Allah and I love Jesus Christ, she's still my sister. Don't think about it twice.
Why is it we demonize the people that we see, who are a little different from folks like you and me? Because their views are opposite from the ones we have doesn't automatically make their views all bad.
God made one humanity from a single pair of those ancient parents that all of us do share. We're different tribes and nations by God's own design, so we'd know one another. Let's all keep that in mind.
People the world over are basically the same, despite various differences in culture and in names. They want for the children what we want for our own, the chance to grow and prosper and to be left alone.
Why is it we demonize
The people that we see
who are a little different
from folks like you and me,
though their views are opposite,
from the ones we have?
doesn't automatically
Make their views all bad.